our final topic here. We're going to talk about Tony Stark's death. So the Russo brothers have been doing interviews, and this one set a lot of people off.
It's so off because of how they presented it. Because
Yeah.
when I read it, I'm like, okay, this can go like a couple different ways because of how the I guess the broad idea of how the multiverse works.
Right.
So like it's saying that this is not a Tony Stark variant. That's what specifically they said. It's not a Tony Stark variant, which means he's just a Doom. Is either a main Doom or he is a Doom variant. Because how the multiverse, I guess the theory works is that you can have someone, called Victor Von Doom, and he looked like Peter Parker. He's not saying it's not technically, it's not saying one or the other. It's saying that this particular person who looks like Peter is Victor Von Doom.
And my whole thing on this one is when they specifically said that Tony Stark's death is a part of Doctor Doom's story, that's the one that sends off all the red flags in my head. I'm like, so are they gonna? Do they potentially do this? And I made a video about this. I was kind of like speculating on it. Do they take an angle where everything in the MCU happens with Tony Stark, right? But when he wipes away Doctor Doom or Thanos, does he snap? And then he reforms the entire galaxy as well into like Doom World, right? And is he technically Doctor Doom because he like takes on a new identity? That's the only way I can think of Tony's death becoming a part of his story. Like Tony died, Doctor Doom rose, because I can't see it the other way,
Yeah, because that's essentially what I technically came to. This is like maybe, a variant of the events happened. You saw someone, sacrifice themselves to save everyone, and that's not what he cracked. And he didn't want to do that. And that's how you get Victor Von Doom, where he wants to free everyone and protect everyone, but it's at its core, technically, it's Doom assuming control because he wants control.
Right. Yeah.
It's just that he does things a little bit better than most dictators. As long as you follow the rules, you'll have a cushy life. But if you so much as do something like a millimeter out of order, you're probably dead. So he's not that petty. He's like he's not that petty. I'm like, no, he is.
This is like a political CBC endorsement. Yeah. At least he's not Kim Jong-un.
Yeah. Because people are like, he's not that petty. I'm like, no, he is.
He is.
Once he destroyed a universe. I think he destroyed a universe of a variant he had just because the variant told him that his finger lasers were stupid. No, that's literally what it was in the comic. And as soon as the variant said that his finger, because he's a weird one, and I think it was either that or a read that was Doom. It was one of the two. But he said that his finger lasers, in particular with that armor, is a stupid idea. I don't know why you're so childish about it. And he literally shut up, glared at him, and the next panel was you saw the whole entire universe just implode while he leaves.
Imagine if that's the actual story of why he became Doctor Doom. It's like, yeah, Reed made fun of my fingers.
Yeah. It's just that, because he does like a lot of stuff that's like petty or messed up, even though at his core he's trying to technically help people.
Yeah. So I don't know, again, people are already kind of iffy on the fact that it's Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom, and I am as well. I think that's clearly a desperation move,
From on one end, it's like, what kind of big shocker that could draw people in who'd come to the theater for Victor Von Doom. It's either they get a big name to play him, or something out of left field by a twist, a former actor from a different character playing him and stuff like that, or a complete unknown. They went with the twist where it was that they have a familiar actor playing a notable role in the role of Victor Von Doom, which got people speculating and wanting to see how this all plays out. Because if it was a completely unknown, unless they do like a 10 out of 10 job right out from the gate. People are probably not going to feel or get it as attached to Doom, because you'd have to roll out his origin and his ideals out over a couple movies, and they don't have that because of what they're trying to do now,
Right.
which is essentially soft reboot the universe so
I was
they can
gonna
go ahead and
say
redo
the
stuff.
whole Kang problem kneecapped them. Like
Yeah,
the first time we're gonna see Doctor Doom is probably Fantastic Four, but
yeah,
his debut film is Doomsday, and that's
yeah.
literally the first appearance out of 2 that Robert Downey Jr. has. So you're like, boy, they got to do a lot of legwork, which,
Hmm.
maybe that's the easy way. It's like, hey, he's a Tony Stark, but he survived and he took on a new identity. You're like, okay, like I get it. It's kind of a
Hmm.
cheap way to Doctor Doom it, but then the only saving grace of that, and this is the only good thing, is he's then not Doctor Doom that we can
Hmm.
get after Secret Wars. Then we can get a proper Romani Doctor Doom and all that. If he's a variant
Yeah,
Tony Stark fake, whatever.
yeah, it's that, but again, it's like, because there's a lot of stuff you have to do with like Doom is in essence one of the bigger villains of the Marvel universe, because he was all, is he really that big of an issue? I'm like, yeah, he
Mhm.
is.
Oh yeah.
Just think of Reed if he didn't try to be the best version of himself every day
Right.
and could
Yeah.
literally do whatever he wanted, because no one could really viably stop him consistently.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like I'm looking at this whole thing and like I'm excited. I'm still
Hmm.
intrigued. I'm gonna question this casting up until I see it, and probably even after that, being like, why? But I'm intrigued by the ideas and direction that they're going in, at least, which is more to say than half the other stuff I've ever seen from like Sony or DCEU, where it was like,
Hmm.
this just doesn't work, like, eh. So
That's perfectly fine and reasonable. It's like, I'm just more like, I want to know like how this is all going to play out, because if it's more of a Doom, is he gonna come up in like a variant of the armor that he specifically forged, or is it gonna be
mhm.
like a variant of like Iron Man armor or
Iron
something?
Man Mark III painted green, take it or leave it. So it's only so
Yeah.
Hot Toys can make 900 variants
I
per
mean,
year.
they'll do it anyway, even if it doesn't.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, even if it doesn't mean,
Uh,
like, if you could come out and like, like comic accurate like, Doom armor for first, like
right.
legit first appearance, and Hot Toys would make, Iron, the superior Iron Man armor, even though it doesn't,
Yep.
even though it might not even appear in the movie, or it's like off on the wall somewhere, they'll still do it.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're gonna do
Um,
it. They're gonna do it.
but yeah, that's just the reason why I'm like trying to think, is like, because is it like, would they do it that way if he's not, like, if he is a Doom variant, he's not a Tony variant, is like, would he want to mold armor in that? But then like, if he is just, a Doom, then of course he wouldn't want to do it. He'd rather wear trash cans for armor than someone else's inferior product.
Truly. That's truly the Doctor Doom way. So I guess everybody stay tuned. We will be back with more on this when we thank you
know.
for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will. And if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching and have a good one.